Want beef? Get a burger. Want all the meat you can possibly eat? Get churrasco. So what's cooking? And which Brazilian steakhouse chains got it on lock? Here's what you need to know before you go all out. Brazilian steakhouses have spread across the country over the last few years, but they have actually been in the United States for nearly 3 decades. The first was Rodizio Grill, which opened its doors in Colorado in 1996.
The Brazil family is most important, and the Brazilian barbecue, the churrasco, is just another way that we have to bring everybody together.
Founder Ivan Utrera was born and raised in Sao Paulo, Brazil, before coming to America in the 1980s to study. After college, he worked his way up to become a marketing executive for Pizza Hut. Then in 1995, he went into business for himself in an attempt to bring more of the Brazilian culture to his new home in the States. Working with his culinary teacher mother, Utrera gathered enough recipes to open his first restaurant the following year. Over the next few years, 3 more Rodizio Grills would open in Colorado and another in Texas. The chain has since expanded to more than 20 locations across the country. But when you introduce a hot trend, you've got to expect some competition. While Brazilian steakhouses have been popping up left and right, one reigns supreme: Fogo de Chão. The brand opened the doors to its first U.S. location in Dallas, Texas in 1997, and it's now the largest Brazilian steakhouse chain in the country. In 2022, Fogo de Chão had a total of 55 locations to its name. A very close runner-up was Texas de Brazil, boasting 52 restaurants. While the 2 brands were separated by a mere 3 outposts, Fogo de Chão was the clear winner when it came to revenue. The segment leader brought in $511.7 million in sales in 2022, more than double Texas de Brazil's estimated $241.3 million.
Just as you think it can't get any better, something on a salt block rocks your world.
Since then, Fogo de Chão has only taken an even bigger chunk out of the Brazilian steakhouse pie. While Texas de Brazil still has just north of 50 restaurants, Fogo de Chão has grown its footprint to 66 locations across the United States by early 2024. And it's not stopping there. In late 2023, the company announced a goal of reaching 100 restaurants and $1 billion in annual revenue within the next 5 years. So how do they plan on doing that? By serving the widest variety of meat you could possibly imagine. If you're not a beef eater, you might think a Brazilian steakhouse isn't for you. But really, these popular spots are more about food than they are about steak. You'll often find several chicken, lamb, and pork dishes, plus lamb picanha, lamb chops, chicken breast, pork belly, and pork sausage. And let us not forget our seafood-loving friends. Salmon, shrimp, and even lobster and sea bass are common options. And now that you've got your order on lock, let's remind ourselves that this is a dining marathon. There is food as long as you can eat it.
You're allowed to try a little bit of everything, so you do.
With cascading produce at the salad bar and servers crisscrossing the restaurant holding giant skewers of meat, it can be easy to get caught up in the moment. Next thing you know, you've stuffed yourself just 15 minutes into your meal and you've hardly tried anything. It turns out that the only way you're going to really enjoy your meal is by pacing yourself. As Chef Bobby Flay explained to the New York Daily News, moderation is really key. I'd rather have lots of little bites of lots of things than gorge myself in one big meal. Not only is this method the best way to sample a little bit of everything, it also helps you identify favorites that are worth a second serving. But speaking of stretchy pants, wait, are we allowed to wear stretchy pants? While most U.S. steakhouses often have formal dress codes that ban logo sweatshirts, baseball caps, or beach attire, Brazilian steakhouses do things differently. Fogo de Chão, for example, recommends smart casual attire, but doesn't adhere to a formal dress code. One Yelper noted, "The dress code is come as you are." It is the same policy at Texas de Brazil, which states, "While we recommend smart, business casual, we do not enforce a dress code, as long as clothing is reasonable and does not depict anything that might be offensive to other guests." Break out your favorite meat-eating duds. We're going Brazilian tonight.